Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we'll return with the second part of our EA WRC Maestro's content DLC cover. I've butchered the intro, but welcome back. Yesterday we did some rallying around the all-new Monte Carlo stages. Today we are here taking on the all-new Rally Portugal stages. Of course, we've got the iconic FAF stage coming to the game. Obviously, we're going to run a similar format to what we did yesterday. I'm going to do one run in one car, the normal way around, and then one run in another car around the Villa Pouca stage as well there. I apologise immediately for the terrible pronunciations inside this video. Of course, if you're new, please do make sure you get yourself subscribed. Go back, check out the video we did yesterday in Monte Carlo, because that was a lot of fun going through those runs. Hopefully we can have just as much fun today, but that being said, Portugal, I do find, is a very tough rally inside the title. I'm going to run dry conditions one way, and then I think actually go the other way. We'll run some of the looser gravel as well there. But I think for this one, I'm going to compete. I think we'll go around this way around in the Citron C3 WRC, and then we'll go back, I'm going to say, in the C2 kit car, or the F2, whatever you want to call it, car inside the game. The R2, I think it is, because that thing looks like a whole lot of fun as well. But yeah, back in one of Seb Ogier's greatest. Let's do this thing. Well, here we are then, Vodafone Rally Portugal and the iconic Faith stage inside this game. I'm looking forward to this one. I've heard great things about it. Looking forward to tackling that jump as well. And of course, yeah, an iconic Citron Rally car as well. 380 horsepower at our disposal at any given time on this stage. None of that, you know, occasional hybrid boost or anything like that. This thing has got all that power available pretty much all the time, which, yeah, I'm looking forward to as well. Though I'm enjoying driving some of these kind of more recent modern rally cars, but without the hybrid tech. And I'm hoping, obviously, yeah, if we ever get some 2025 DLC for this game as well, then we'll dive in with some of that as well. But yeah, like I said, obviously the Faith stage here, iconic for Rally Portugal. I think a lot of people were kind of surprised that we didn't get it initially when the game dropped. But obviously, if you watched the Monte Carlo video yesterday, I kind of spoke about, you know, kind of what I hope they do with the game, you know, continue bringing more and more of these, you know, sections of road. I'd love to be in a situation where, you know, we've got 18 stages in every rally, you know, 3 sections of road, something like that. Or, you know, even 24, you know, bit of a more round, well number. That would be fantastic as well there. And I think, you know, we are going to see more and more stages down the line. Either that, or of course we are going to get, you know, an EA Sports WRC 25 official title at some point. Oh, instead, that was not ideal. And that's kind of what I know I do a lot around Portugal. Just those little moments that will really cost you as well there. But immediately, obviously, we did the run in the F2 Citron Zara kit car yesterday and the DS3. They were both very good fun. The DS3 car felt like an absolute rocket ship. This car, I believe, is slightly heavier, but obviously, yeah, got 80 more horsepower as well. So it does feel very fast, and again, very agile and very willing to do what you want it to. Again, where I'm so used to the Rally 1 cars, yes, they've got the downforce, but they feel so heavy as well. And on stages like this, where you just need a bit more, you know, agility out of the car as well, not just kind of that ultimate sticking power that just doesn't really apply at low speed. Yeah, this thing feels fast. It feels, say, like the Polo we've had in the game for quite a while, fast, which I will likely have to do a comparison video at some point down the line with both of the cars as well. Obviously, and the third one in the group, which I believe here is the Ford, isn't it? Which, you know, nice that they're padding out kind of different classes and adding a few bits and pieces as we head back out, though, onto the tarmac. That first section, apart from the one little error, feel like has ran pretty well. Of course, the gravel tyres in these conditions are feeling very understeery through the tarmac sections there, but we will hang on. We will make our way then back into the gravel once more there. I'm just looking forward to that big jump I think, I could be wrong, I think it's right towards the end of the stage. But I apologise, my Portuguese rally knowledge is not fantastic. Making our way though. I mean, again though, like I said, you know, up close and personal, the graphics again are stunning. If you look a bit further afield, they can be slightly barren. Clearly, homage to, well, Colin McRae there is almost going in the wrong direction. So those little wide open areas, you know, first time through, tend to catch me by surprise as well. But I mean, we are flying through this stage right now. A lot of fun at the moment, trying to get it all hooked up. And again, like I said, I must admit, I immediately prefer this stage to most of what's in Vodafone Rally Portugal, because I find a lot of it, I'd argue it is my worst rally inside the entire game. Either that or Acropolis or Mexico, I think, are probably my worst ones on this title. Now, as I've said before, you know, ultimate wishlist, I'd love to see, you know, the European Rally Championship calendar and rallies and things like that. I'm hoping we obviously get like the Saudi Arabia and the Canary Islands as well, because that'd be really, really cool. You know, again, get some of those locations from the European Rally Championship would be really, really enjoyable. But, you know, I can't talk enough the praises towards EA and what they've been able to do with this game so far. I know some people have got some complaints, but I love it. So much fun. So enjoyable. And, you know, the first rally game that I've truly poured quite a lot of hours into as well. And, you know, you guys joining me on the journey as well has been so fun to kind of do inside this game there. But less than 2 splits to go then of this run. I mean, again, everything comes with a certain level of polish, which I think is obviously fantastic as well. You know, which is kind of needed for this DLC. Like I said, I think all the DLCs, to be honest, are good value, especially if you can purchase them kind of with the game wrapped up in one, which is always, you know, a nice welcome addition as well. There is a little bit of understeer again as we try and deal with the tarmac section. Oh no. Little bit of an error there. Oh, I tried to go rock climbing. That was not ideal. We'll get going again. 380 horsepower. It's a lot for this kind of surface, but I love it, and it gives you the power to kind of pull out of the corners. But yeah, so far all the cars I've driven, I know they have been kind of the big shouty Citrons. Have all felt really, really good fun to drive. And looking forward, obviously we've still got the VW, the Peugeot as well, but they'll be getting their own separate videos over the coming days. Like I said, we'll do the C2 for the run back the other way as well there. But yeah, this stage actually isn't as long as I was expecting it to be in terms of overall time. That won't help us out though. A little bit of an error there, and well, that gantry, I'm sure that won't be the first time or the last time it catches me out inside this game. But where is that jump? Let's have a look. Is it just up here? Is this the jump? Yes, here we go. Come on. Over the jump. Oh, that is... Oh, we've messed that up first time through, but we've kept it going. And that's the most important thing. Up towards finish line then. We're going to go sub 7 minutes, which I'm pretty happy with there. I've got no idea sort of how good a run that is. But I tell you what, that is good fun. That is really enjoyable as well there. Slightly botched the jump. You know, we were a little bit on one side. But that is all part of it as well. But there we go. The Citron C3 feels fantastic. The stages feel fantastic. Like I said, we'll do a run the other way, but that is good. Well, here we are then on the Villa Pouca return stage. Slightly shorter than the obviously first part of this stage, but now in the Citron C2 R2 Max. This almost sounds like the name of something out of Star Wars, to be completely honest. But yeah, this thing though, fitting into the Rally 4 class of competition inside the game. I believe it's front-wheel drive. Yeah, I can immediately tell. Either it's got... I'm pretty certain it is front-wheel drive. As we go over that jump once again. There you go. It's just as big when you're going the other way around there. But yeah, this thing just under 200 brake horsepower. I believe it was about a 1.6 litre engine, 1600cc. Might have been slightly bigger actually. Might have been a 2 litre engine. But yeah, going to be very, very different to the 3 cars we've driven so far inside this game. Do not fear, the VW and the Peugeot I will be making videos with over the next couple of days as well. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video, obviously, where I'm gonna have driven every single new car from this DLC as well. There as well, a little bit almost running wide out into kind of some of the horrible edges to this rally. But yeah, I must admit though, for how much I hate most of the Portuguese stages inside this game, these ones actually seem to be a little bit better. They're kind of the best of Portugal rather than the worst, which I guess has been kind of true for this and Monte Carlo. I mean, Monte Carlo I love anyway. The stages there have been really good fun. Oh, easy. But yeah, normally most of Rally Portugal I've not been a fan of inside this game. So yeah, at least going the other way around, this actually felt quite fun to drive on. Now, it is completely a skill issue as to why I'm not such a fan. I just don't do that much Rally Portugal on side this game. So maybe doing it in some slower cars like this is probably going to be the way to go in the future as well. There, as we try and make our way then up towards the top of the hill. See, we've got plenty of windmills, of course, in this area of the world. A lot of people, this is going to be a really odd tangent, but a lot of people, yeah, don't like the look of windmills. I don't actually think they look that bad. Let me know down in the comments your thoughts and feelings on windmills, because I'm intrigued to know what people think. But making our way then up into what is a very blind corner. Kind of lulls you in there with that jump, but yeah, you've got to be really careful keeping it kind of tidy there, and definitely in the wet as well. I was expecting this thing to feel very understeery. Here we go, another big jump coming up. There you go, nice and flat over that as well. But yeah, I was expecting this thing to feel really understeery, you know, wet stage, gravel as well. But it's actually handling it all very well. 160 clicks in a straight line, so that's pretty much, well, bang on 100 miles an hour. That was very lucky that we didn't kind of bounce up into one of those kind of stone posts as well there. But yeah, this car actually handles a bit of a dream, to be honest. I mean, it's in the Rally 4 class, so I think obviously it's, you know, it's going up against some decent machinery. I think there's an Evo, I think there's a Subaru as well in this class of car inside this game. So, you know, it's going to be going up against some decent cars. Obviously, it needs to be able to, you know, kind of perform as well. And so I do want to, well, make some comparison videos between, you know, this car, for example, and obviously, you know, its competitors in its class, like we did with the Rally 1 cars when they all came out in the last DLC. Oh, that was a little bit lucky. We might not get so lucky there, though. Oh, no. That was not ideal. Absolutely threw the poor thing off the side of a hill, and, well, that will certainly... That's a 30-second penalty. I was going to try and see kind of how this thing would compare, going on the back on the run the other way to the previous car. But yeah, at the moment though, apart... Oh! No! I got a puncture. Can I sort that out now? Yes, I can, luckily. Yeah, I had 90 seconds onto the time, but at this point, it's not going too well either. So clearly, yeah, still Portugal absolutely will punish you there, as onto the tarmac, you definitely notice that understeer just a little bit more. It's like it wants to find grip, but just isn't quite sure where to find it, which is, you know, the joy of a front-wheel drive car. So I've driven front-wheel drives before in my normal life, not like this, admittedly, but yeah, they all always, you know, front-wheel drive cars are very limited in kind of what they can do, but, you know, they're cheap to produce as well, and I think this kind of thing would also be, you know, a fantastic kind of... Maybe it's a bit quick for, like, a beginner car, but you can understand why, you know, cars like this make a great kind of step up from, you know, back in the day, especially, you know, from, like, your 107s, your Citron C1s, that kind of thing. You know, why jumping into something like this is a really good idea, because, you know, you still kind of get a lot of the speed that, like, a Rally 2 car will provide you, or something like that. But hopefully as well, some of kind of the savability of, you know, your lesser performance vehicles as well. I do still want a rally car in the future. Maybe this is the year I kind of, well, formally set that up on the channel as well, so you guys can keep tabs on it with me as to how we get on there. But getting towards the end of the stage, though, at 3/4 distance, you minus out those 2 minutes for the penalties. It's actually, yeah, pretty competitive little car around here. You know, relative to what is, you know, what was, I should say, a fully fledged World Rally car. You know, this thing's only a couple of years older, so the fact that this thing is as quick as it is pretty damn impressive, to be honest. And like I said, has positively surprised me so far with kind of the way it handles. And you know, it's cars like this, when we do this kind of video, that make me wonder, how many hidden gems have I not driven yet on this game? How many of the other cars are there just kind of hiding around inside this title that we just haven't been able to enjoy in the way we probably, you know, ought to be able to as well there as well. I mean, throwing the car as we get through kind of that downhill section. Almost felt like a luge down there, trying to avoid the barriers, I say. Until I'm still used to being a circuit racer. This is rallying. You're just avoiding trees and rocks. That's all there is separating you from disappointment and a very expensive repair bill come the end of these stages. But right towards the end then, that's, I mean, you factor out those 2 minutes we lost from penalties, this has been a very decent run by the car. You know, I'm not trying to hype up myself here, I'm just saying the car is very good going as well there. And there we go, up towards the finish line. So yeah, I reckon if we nailed that, we could be looking at close to 7.5 minutes, or sorry, 7 minutes even there. As got to be careful over the finish line, because there are definitely a lot of trees as well. But there we go then. The Citron C3 R2 Max as well. A very, very fun little pocket rocket. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. I think we're going to take on the Polo tomorrow, which should be a whole lot of fun as well. But yeah, that's going to do us for this one. Get yourself subscribed. Try and help us hit 4K subs here on the Rally channel. And yeah, we'll be back very soon with more the Maestro's DLC content.